side. Mine on the richest, heart in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boy stocks on the rise, Charlie. This flex know they ready. See, we're not the ride nobody wave. We're the ones who started with it. Translation, Yani had to buy, Yani had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it. That's how you know we lit.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now their defense has to run out on the field so they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides. Right to the air is Jackson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. And that is incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Elliott is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
On the double.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. Into a double team and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tartt. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Rocky start throwing the football. He's missed now on his first 4 attempts.
Eager to see what his demeanor is going to be from this point forward, because the best ones, they missed the first 15 attempts, and they think they're going to hit the next 15. Let's see if he has that type of an attitude.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. I have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Red, cycle. Blue, go. White.
On 2nd and 12, Tua. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Kwity Paye getting in there and burying him behind the line.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And, oh, that is going to be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game. And that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Got him. And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. Down the right sideline.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust, because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. CeeDee Lamb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have come back to make it a 2-point game. Extra point by Butker is on target. This is now a 1-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. They go play action with Jackson. He'll buy some time right to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. Second down and a run by Robinson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. They go play action now. Jackson. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 14. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Red is...
And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. There's a Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. Third and goal, Jackson looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on third and goal there, the huge interception.
They're the momentum they're carrying over right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them. A lot of times, it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Tua. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Texans are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. From the gun, Jackson. Left side here to Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So back at the midfield stripe now, they'll come up 2nd and long. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed up all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion to bring up 4th down.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in down. And the lead grows to 4. It's 11-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Ready, break.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to pass. Tua hit, and the ball is out.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Let's go.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Blue striker. Black shot. Ready?
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. That's swung out wide to Sanders. On the move past the 40. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And Jackson throwing once more. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. A good pickup there, a 22. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Jackson's going to try the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And again, it's Tagovailoa. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 41. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. That penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Play action. It's Jackson. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. Touchdown, Houston. A.J. Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans would extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready. Classic, 6.
Tua, a final shot before half. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This taken in at the goal line. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he's got room. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Matt Judon. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Even the most elusive quarterbacks have those tough days where they can't avoid sacks, and this is one of them. 3rd time he's gone down. He might develop some happy feet now, want to escape the pocket and try and gain more yardage with his legs.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson, throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. Touchdown, Texans. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jamin Davis. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing it.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And now here is another interception. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bet.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
After the turnover, it's Tua. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him.
And my goodness, another interception. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson now. And that's off the mark, incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. They begin the drive with Robinson. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw is Jackson. Dancing to his left. Looking downfield for Godwin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Tressway now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Black Ultra. Edo Blue.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Tagovailoa. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. And yes, folks, that is his 5th interception, a new NFL record.
And that's absolutely phenomenal. I just have to flat out applaud him. What a great effort in this game. But let's face it, when you look back at the numbers of guys who had 4 in the past, you'll find the names of some of the great.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Lamar Jackson with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Texans get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Elliott Good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass, and it finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tartt.
And the Texans are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. After the interception, here's Jackson. And Waller taking it in over the middle. Touchdown, Houston. Darren Waller with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Texans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Elliott Good with a PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Pardon my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Hey, blue. Black shot. 6, rebel. Ready?
Now Tua. That is caught by Lamb. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Yellow, blue. Green jack. Steel, black.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 84 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They go play action with Jackson. Steps away. And this one too low. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I...
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Darren Waller from 13 yards out. And the Texans are on their way to a 2-0 start. Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. On the return, Boston Scott. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready up.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but
the self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. They find some open field here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 103 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
A gain of 19 yards.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The hard-hitting safety, Jimmy Ward, picking up the sack that time. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Jackson. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, and a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Here's Tressway now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. Left side to Lamb. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Tua now on 1st down. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And he'll take it down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And the Texans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Robinson, he'll try the left side. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
The tackle made at his own 49.
Charles, not only the blowout in this one, but they break the Washington football team's record for most points in a game, which was set all the way back in 1966. Just an incredible performance.
Brandon, we never go into a game expecting to see a record broken that had lasted for over half a century. But I'm going to give you a quick backstory. That previous record, the Washington team, their star on the team had been traded from the team that they were playing that day. And he was still upset about it, mad at the coach. And late in the game, he told his own team, let's kick a field goal late. And that
your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give a now flex. While you there looking depressed, feel to get up in your chest while I soak up my success, getting tokens for your stress. I'll be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage, acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, what you handsome, you ain't dance on. Tell your boyfriend go and put your pants on. Damn, the best friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze.